Good morning, good morning. How is everybody today? Happy Saturday. I am going to turn down my computer volume because I know that the videos we're going to be watching today are going to get a little louder on my computer than they are for you guys. So turning that down makes it easier for me. Hope you guys have had a fantastic week. Exhausted but here. Lady Belle, I'm so glad you and Soul are here. Congratulations on first and second. Galaxy, thank you so much for the lurk. You guys are fantastic. So, last stream, we finished the body of our Fred Dino. And he is so cute. And today, we are going to attempt... with attempt being the key word, to make the tail and possibly the arms. Possibly, if we have time. Because today is going to be a little bit shorter of a stream because I have a D&D session at 11 my time with Soul and a bunch of our friends. And so we're going to be ending probably around 10-ish my time, so in about 2 hours. So that way I have time to grab a bite to eat, make sure I've got all my ducks in a row before heading out. And so we're going to see what we can get done in the next couple hours. And hopefully I'll be able to figure out how to make my magic circle. I've got my little slip knot. You guys can see it right there. It's just chilling and waiting. So, we're going to start, once we've done our prayer and everything like that, we're going to do our chain stitch and see if we can finally figure out what we were doing wrong. Every time I thought I had figured it out, I hadn't. Because I would practice a little bit. But it was one of those things where I was like, let's just see if I can figure this out. And whenever I tried, it was just not wanting to work. You're enjoying a slow weekend morning? I love it! So, Soul, are you catching a ride with our mutual friend that lives about 10-ish minutes from you? You went to the Christmas parade and Levi's autism kicked in. He woke up at 4:30 to 5-ish. Aw, Kishu, good morning! How you doing? I know you told me you were tired. I hope that the caffeine can flow soon and that you are able to feel energized today. Soul got some final exam practice work done earlier. Still intimidated though. Oh, absolutely going to be praying over that. Absolutely, because this is the one about, this is the one with this that doubles as like a certification and final exam, right? Oh, okay. Yael is picking you up. Okay, cool. Oh, so our other mutual friend isn't able to make it today? I wonder if I saw that in the text and I just kind of glanced over it. Let me see. What did I see in our group text? You and Yael have amazing backstories. Oh, okay. Okay, I see that. Yeah, gotcha. Okay. Had to scroll back a little bit, but I gotcha. Exactly, that makes sense. You're exhausted but have coffee and soon you'll have baby snuggles. Aww. Corn Chip is seriously so cute. He's seriously so adorable and growing so fast. Oh my gosh. Like, man, isn't it amazing, you guys, how fast babies grow? I still remember when Kishu called me telling me she was expecting, and I was like, and I started like practically crying because I was so excited. And he's grown so fast. And then Lady Foes called me last night and showed me Baby Foes. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Baby Foes is growing so fast. It's amazing how God designed us to grow. Isn't Baby Foes so cute, Kishu? I was at dinner with friends when she first called me. And so I was like, oh, I need to let that call go to voicemail, unfortunately, because I'm at dinner. Right? I squeed too. I was like fangirling over every single picture. Aw, Lady Belle, one day I hope that you'll get some snuggles soon. Soul has cat cuddles. How is Evie doing this morning? Is she being a lap cat? I'm happy with that arrangement too. You guys, this is the fragrance flower from Scentsy, and I have been smelling it all night and all morning. It's the vanilla buttercream, and it smells amazing. I absolutely love it. And I brought home my crochet stuff. So I have my needles and my hooks and my stitch counters right all in here. And I have more stitch counters galore in here. So now I have projects I can work on at home because I have all of my crochet hooks that I had left at work while leaving enough, like I left the 4.5, or not 4.5, the 4mm, one of the extra ones that I have at work, so that way if I have the slow day, I can work on another project. Hey West, how's it going? I know, right, Kishu? Like, I may have a problem. I don't know if I have all the stitch counters I'm gonna need for this, because, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna satisfy me for very long. Multiple totes of yarn. Back there, underneath the keyboard, I have a bag full of yarn, and I have a deserty looking yarn with which I'm going to be making something for my sister. Eventually. I've got the pattern. I don't want to start it quite yet until I can get further along with Fred Dino, because otherwise I'll be like, wait, what's going on? She has become quite the lap cat. Hasn't lost her energy though, thankfully. The hunter is strong in that one, and you appreciate that. I appreciate that too. I love how she can be like, alright, we're playing, and then, yeah, let's just chill together, because, yeah. I don't know, Soul. I don't know. I might need to go back onto Amazon and get more stitch counters. Nah, this'll be plenty of stitch counters. For a while anyway. Unless they somehow meet the crochet version of the sock monster in the dryer. Unless that somehow happens, unless there is a crochet version of the sock monster that eats up all the socks that go into the dryer, hopefully we're okay. You've got two rambunctious toddlers that want to go, and no cuddles anymore, and when they do, it's all elbows and knees. Aww. I've heard the toddler stage can be fun, but I also know that there's nothing like cuddling with the little one. Oh, no, not yet. But she had an ultrasound and showed us ultrasound pictures. And I was like, oh my gosh, he's so cute. You could see, oh my gosh, you guys. The fact that technology has come so far that we can see the baby so clearly. I'm like, oh my goodness. How has technology come this far? And also, thank you, Lord, for the brains, to develop this technology to where we can see the baby's face so clearly before he or she is born. Like, we were looking at those pictures and going, oh my gosh, that's a ladyphos feature. That's an adiphos feature. Look at all that hair. Lucis, good morning, good morning. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing so well. I love your little hello gif, or little hello emote. There we go. There's the word I was looking for. Coffee is slowly but surely kicking in. There's got to be a sewing version with all the seam rippers you have that go missing, so it wouldn't surprise me if there's a crochet monster lurking out there too, right? So, Lucis, we are making Fred Dino from the Woobles, and I've got my little thing of like safety eyes that they sent me, and ways to embroider the eyes if needed. But we went ahead and just used the safety eyes. And so we're going to be working on the tail today. And making the first row of the round has been a bit of a challenge. So I'm kind of like, we're going to have to see how this goes. You have lost a couple stitch counters yourself, so yeah, better look out for them. For sure, because they get eaten. They get eaten. You might have to make another cup of coffee or just fall asleep again. I mean, the nappuccino is a thing. The nappuccino is you drink your coffee, you go lay down, close your eyes for about 20 to 30 minutes, let the caffeine have a chance to work its way through you, and then you wake up at about the time that the caffeine is at its peak. Because it takes about 20 to 30 minutes for the caffeine to fully get into your system. So during that time you're resting, then next thing you know, when you wake up, you're feeling, hopefully, more energized because now you've had the power nap and the caffeine. And then you're good to go for a little while. Oh, yes. Yes, I definitely need to meet Catherine and Jay. I definitely need to meet them. Definitely. Right, nappuccinos are amazing. And you know what? Naps are biblical. God rested on the seventh day. He saw that Elijah was like freaking out and was like, yo, I got this. Go lay down and eat. Therefore, naps are biblical. I know, right? What are those? I find myself loving naps when they're late enough in the afternoon. Like, I find myself longing for a nap. Usually late enough in the afternoon that it would mess up my bedtime schedule. And I'm like, oh, if I take a nap now, I'll be too awake to go to bed on time. And if I don't take a nap right now, I might just, like, collapse. And so then I end up getting a little bit of a caffeine intake, and that helps me be able to make it through the last little bit of the day before I need to start winding down. Alright, you guys, so it is time for prayer time. So if you have any prayer requests, please feel free to drop them below in chat. And then I will look up partway through the prayer just to make sure that I don't miss anything. And then we're going to dive into attempting to make the tail of Fred Dino. Exactly, Luces. Naps have to be timed or it's not a nap. Because, well, to a certain extent, they have to be timed in that you have to know when you can take said nap, where you have enough time before going to actual bed in order to make that where it's feasible. sometimes I have to set myself a timer. Like if I have to be like, all right, I'm laying down for 30 minutes and set my timer for 30 minutes, close my eyes right away, and then we're good. Oh, no worries, Kishu. I hope the hammock is all nice and comfy. I hope it is all comfy and that you are able to relax and maybe get a little bit more energy. Oh, you got it, Lady Belle. Praying that you'll be able to keep your cool and have patience with the kids. And for the tech team to go well Sunday, and you might be running some song lyrics. Oh my gosh, Soul, that's amazing. Oh, hi, Corn Chip. Auntie Donna loves you. Wrapped in a duvet. Oh, that sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. Right now, upstairs feels fantastic. Downstairs, I don't know if the schedule for the heater had kicked on yet when I went downstairs, because I was like ready for a blanket when I went down there. But hopefully by the time we're done with stream, we'll be able to feel more comfy. I'm going to heat up some pizza for an early brunch. We'll have some finger foods at D&D, and it'll be amazing. I'm still working on fleshing out my character's backstory a little more before we get to my character's hometown. Alright, you guys, if you think of any prayer requests, please feel free to drop them below in chat. If you think of anything during the stream, let me know. I am more than happy to stop what we're doing and pray. So this is our like set aside a time for it, like where we are intentional about it. But we can always pray during the stream. Agreed. Deep breaths, doing self-care, and self-care doesn't even necessarily have to be something, big, like, oh, I'm going to take a nice long soak in the bath tonight with a scented bath bomb, and it'll be amazing. It can be taking time during the day just to read something. It can be just washing your face, making sure you're doing that. It can be a lot of different things. It's something that is life-giving and energy-giving to you. Exactly. Something for yourself that has an outcome or a product. Love that. Hey, Dusty. Hey, Queen. How you doing? Oh, for sure. Sustainable dopamine. Yes. Dopamine hits. Those are very much needed. And that is honestly why I've enjoyed this so much, is because I've been able to see the outcome. I've been able to see Fred Dino make make progress. And the blankets I've made have been awesome, and I've loved doing them, but I've seen so much quicker progress in Fred Dino. And that's a fair point. Sometimes, like Lucis says, you have to separate yourself a little bit. But also, I love the idea of doing something for yourself that has an outcome. Whether it's, wow, I read a chapter today. I put makeup on today, or I did yard work. I cleaned something. I crocheted something. I drew something. Whatever it might be that gives you that dopamine hit of, man, I feel productive today. Right? They take forever. I love that so far Amigurumi has worked up faster and, like you said, smaller scale. Everything okay, Dusty? Anything we can pray about over you? And I have, at work, I've got a Clint the Cactus kit and Joe the coffee mug, because Cup of Joe, and I love it. I'm so excited to try and do those. And I have a couple of little tiny Harry Potter scarves that are supposed to go around the house mascot. And then I have a teeny tiny little coffee cup. But I wasn't quite feeling ready for the magic ring for the coffee mug. And so, the little teeny tiny coffee mug. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do some of these beginner projects first. Follow along with the videos, get used to the feel of how this is supposed to work. And then we'll do it. Right? Seeing things come together is so cool. I know, right? I'm like, my single crochets are so slow at the moment because I'm still like getting the feel for the yarn and how everything works. And so it's good. It's been good to see the progress being made. And so I'm excited just to see how the crochet journey comes along. So let's go ahead. This is like, I love how I'm like, we're gonna pray. Oh wait, conversation. Ooh, a chicken? That sounds like so much fun. That sounds like so much fun. All right, this time for real, we're gonna pray, and then I'll get caught up on chat. Lord, thank you so much for today, for everybody who's here, for everybody who's going to come, and for those who aren't here. Thank you just for this world that you've made, for creativity, for laughter and joy, and family and friends, Lord, and community. Thank you that you love us so much, even when we've failed you time and time again. That you are faithful to forgive, that you still love us despite how often we've failed you. I ask that you be with each and every person here, that you give all of us the energy we need for today, Lord. I ask that you be with Kishu and let her get the rest that she needs, the caffeine that she needs, and be able to get everything done that needs to get done today. For any unspokens that she may have, Lord. I pray over Soul in an Earth Suit, that you help her as she prepares for this exam, Lord. That you alleviate any and all nerves, that everything she's learned can be at the forefront of her mind, Lord. And that she knows and can go in with confidence, that she knows exactly what to expect, what to do, and how to do it, Lord. I pray over her driving anxiety, that you get that lowered to a more tolerable level, Lord. I understand completely that is something that will always be there, Lord, but I pray that you just help her grow in confidence in her driving skills. I ask that you be with her dad and grant him a miracle of healing in his shoulders, Lord. I pray that you improve their communication, Lord. Let there also be better respect for boundaries, Lord. I pray as she is on the tech team this Sunday that all of that goes smoothly, that the slides get timed correctly, that the cameras operate correctly, that sound is perfectly balanced, Lord. Just be with the tech team and the pastoral staff and the congregation, and let it just be a time of worship and learning about you, Lord. I ask that you be with Lady Belle and just help her as she is desiring patience with her kids, Lord. Help her be able to be patient and understanding, and be able to take time to breathe and have that time just for herself, Lord. I ask that you surround her with an understanding community, Lord, that can come alongside her and help her, Lord. I ask that you be with Dusty and anything that may be stressing him out. I ask that you be with his little kitty and all of the things going on in her life. Be with lady foes and adifoes and sweet little baby foes. And thank you that the move is now complete, that they are officially all moved in. Help them be able to find a place for everything, Lord, and get everything where they want it to be, Lord. Any unspokens that they may have, Lord. Be with Galaxy and his unspokens. Be with just a little Spark and her family, Lord. Be with anybody who is feeling ill. There's illness running rampant this year, Lord. I ask that anyone who's feeling under the weather, anybody who is suffering physically, anybody who is struggling mentally this time of year with anything from grief to seasonal depression to everything in between, Lord, I ask that you just be with all of us, Lord, and let us just feel your presence, Lord. I ask that you be with Bearded Beowulf and let him have a good work day today, and his family, keep them close to you. Be with Legend of Zyro and his family as they're going through a life change, that you help that all go smoothly, Lord. I ask that you be with Lotu and her family as they're packing, Lord, and moving across the country. I ask that you let that go smoothly. I ask that you let Twitch look upon her partner application with favor, Lord. I ask that you just be with all of us today and let us just feel your presence in a new and mighty way. In your name I pray. Amen. Ooh, thank you, Kishu. I would love a simple way because I've been trying to follow along with the video and it has not gone 100% according to plan. Oop, I totally thought I had clicked the other button. Thank you, Kishu, for doing that for me. Faye Queen, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Alrighty, sounds good, Lady Belle. You have a fantastic day. Exactly. Thank you for doing that, Kishu. You are amazing. And I am so blessed by you. So we're going to switch over to the game screen. We're going to make our 2 chain stitches. So there's 1. And we're going to mark that with our green stitch marker. Ooh, what all is in your breakfast sandwiches? Because there's lots of different ways to make breakfast sandwiches. We dropped my dad off at the airport yesterday, and afterwards, my mom and we went to Cracker Barrel, and I got the old timers breakfast with bacon and fried apples, and then my mom, she got the pecan pancakes. The last time you used a magic ring was a Pokeball that you never finished. The magic ring wasn't the problem, it was the poor quality of the yarn that made it difficult to continue. That adds up. Was that the one that you were making with our mutual friend R? Because I remember when we made those flowers, you talked about the Pokeball that you made with R. Ooh, sausage and seasoned eggs with cheese between French toast. I love that. So we have our... Yep, that's exactly what we're using, Faye Queen, is a Woobles kit. We're making Fred the Dino. Oh, for sure, Kishu. I 100% agree. 100% agree. It is a huge part of the success. So we've gotten through this video. Oh, that would be kind of fun. I know, right? Sounds like something we would do. Yes. I love that that's the name that Cracker Barrel has for that meal because yeah, it's hysterical. Oh, I forgot I had muted it. There we go. I muted that tab. Oh, that's right. The other R. Oh, the other R was making that too? Yael was making that? That is so cool. I would love to. We need to all get together and have a crochet party. And then we fly Kishu out, and we fly Queen out, and they join us, and we fly Lady Bell out, and we have this whole big crochet party.
Now we're going to make a second chain stitch, so stick your hook back into this loop. Remember to put it in so that if you pull on the yarn connected to the yarn ball, the piece of yarn that's moving is the one that's closer to you. Pull it just tight enough so that this loop on your hook is the size of the tip of your hook, and then wrap the yarn around your hand again like normal. This time you're going to hold on to the stitch you just made on that stitch marker with your thumb and your middle finger so that you have more control over everything, and do another chain stitch.
Yeah, that's who I meant.
Is a yarn over and then pulling that yarn through the
loop
that's
I
on your
see
hook.
what you're saying.
So
I see where the confusion is. I had said fly queen, and you probably heard fey queen. That adds up. That adds up. But the fun part with Woobles is they have all of these videos to help, and you can learn so much from them. Kishu and Lady Foes and a bunch of other people managed to teach me how to crochet. And that is no easy feat because I'm left-handed and they're all right-handed. And so they had to like think completely different from how they normally crochet and think, okay, how do we do this left-handed? Ooh, what brand? I'll have to ask Yael what brand of yarn she used because, yeah, that would be amazing. Aw, baby's being crazy. Full of energy, full of energy. Sounds like somebody got a good night's sleep.
Okay, now we are ready to create a single crochet stitch. This is the first single crochet stitch of however many single crochet stitches the pattern says to put in the magic loop. So we want to put it in the first chain we made, which is the one that we marked with this green stitch marker.
Did Nugget sleep well?
The green stitch marker so it gets out of your way. And then stick your hook in the hole. So we're going to do a single crochet stitch like we have been. The only difference is that when you start, it looks like you've got two strands of yarn on
he's developed a taste for coffee.
Bring the yarn through the
What's
hole
his favorite kind of coffee been lately?
Got 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over again and pull through both loops on the hook. And you've completed the first single crochet stitch.
So we are going to... Oh yeah, I believe ya. He doesn't need more than half calf. Aww, playing on her car, I love it. Oh, instant decaf with sweet cream creamer. That sounds good. So we're gonna mark that stitch with our orange stitch marker. And now, I'm pretty sure this is where I kind of get lost because I'm pretty sure that's the hole I'm going into. Let me go to my just chatting screen so that I can have it be bigger. That hole right there? Is that where I'm going to be doing my next few stitches? Good morning, EJ! Pretty much anything purchased at Michael's is better than the cheap stuff that comes on with the budget sets on Amazon. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Oh yeah, absolutely. So I just did my first stitch and I marked it with the orange stitch marker. So we're ready for, because they want us to make 3 more single crochets into that hole.
And just like we did with the first stitch of every round that we made in the body, we want to pause and pick up the orange stitch marker and put it in the first stitch that we just made, because this is the first stitch of round 1. So tilt your piece to look at the rim, look at what V the loop on your hook traces back into. That is the V that you just made, the first stitch you just made. You can take your hook out, by the way, to make this easier. Stick your orange stitch marker under that V so that now you know where your round starts.
Okay, so we've done that. We've already done that. So now
And
another
now we're going
3
to make
single
3 more
crochets.
single crochets in the hole marked by the green stitch marker. If you're
So that would be let's see. Can we see? I'm trying to get it. Whoop, there we go. Move my hand out of the way. Get the piece tilted where you guys can see. So then we go like that. Hey, Shorty, how's it going? Alrighty, so we've got 3 more single crochets to do into that stitch. So there's 1. Two into that same hole. Cute picture incoming. Oh, we're just gonna have to pause and see this cuteness. Let's see. Oh, he is so precious. He is so cute. Oh, my heart just melted, you guys. That's a cute picture of baby corn chip. And he is so precious. You're supposed to be servicing the wagon, but you're taking a 10-minute break after mashing one of your fingers. You were trying to break loose a fill plug, and when it let go, your hand hit. Oh my goodness. Shorty, you definitely need to, I'm going to be praying that hand heals quickly. Lord, please be with Shorty and his fingers and help that to heal quickly and let there not be any pain. In your name I pray. Amen. Phelan! Phelan, thank you so much for the resub. How have you been, my friend? Oh, the sound alert was pretty loud? Okay, let me turn it down a bit. Thank you so much, Phelan. How have you been? There we go. I turned down the sound alert, so hopefully that'll make it you. I was like, when I saw that they had that for sound alerts, I was like, yup, that's the resub. That's the resub sound. So we've done our three extra single crochets. So we're going to remove that stitch marker because they tell us to. So we're going to finish
You're feeling
this.
pretty confident that you can see where the hook needs to go without the help of the green stitch marker. You can go ahead and take it off to prevent this hole from getting stretched out too much.
And
But
that
if you
looks
still need it to
so
see where you need to put your
good.
hook, leave it in there. Better safe than sorry.
That is the
So
perfect
stick your
size
hook
hole.
in the hole from the front to the back, so it looks like you have 2 loops of yarn on your hook. Yarn over, bring the yarn through the first loop on the hook. So you got 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over again, bring it through both loops on the hook. That was the second single crochet stitch. When you're done with all 4 stitches in the circle, it'll look something like this. And at this point, if you haven't already done so, take out the green stitch marker. You won't need it anymore.
Oh man, I can totally understand. If you're used to doing things right-handed, I can see where seeing it all done left-handed is like, wait, what? How does this work? Things are a bit stressful lately. What's going on? What's going on? How can we pray for you, Phelan? So we've got
To
that.
start the round after a magic circle, you're gonna want to crochet into the stitch marked by the stitch marker, because remember, that is the first stitch of round 1. And now you want to put the first stitch of round 2 into the first stitch of round 1. You also want to make sure that you're holding your circle the right way. At this point, the hook should be on the left and that stitch marker should be immediately to the right of it. Here's what the piece should look like when you're done crocheting all of the rounds.
So let me see that again, because I don't know that my piece is necessarily, let's see. Yeah, because
To start the round after a magic circle, you're gonna want to crochet into the stitch marked by the stitch marker, because remember, that is the first stitch of round 1. And now you want to put the first stitch of round 2 into the first stitch of round 1. You also want to make sure that you're holding your circle the right way. At this point, the hook should be on the left and that stitch marker should be immediately to the right of it.
Yeah, it's not immediately to the right.
When you're done crocheting all of the rounds.
I don't know how that happened. Because see, my first stitch is all the way down here, whereas hers was more up there. You voiced Sparky last night. You forgot he's a right-handed puppet and you always put him on the left. Aw, how did that go? Christmas prep, family drama, college, and mental health. Aw. Lord, right now we just pray for Phelan, Lord, who's going through so much. I ask that all this drama gets resolved. I ask that you be with him and his family as they're preparing for Christmas, as there's just a lot that goes into that. There's a lot of drama that can and sounds like it has come. I also pray for whatever's going on with college, that you be with that, and that you be with his mental health too, Lord. I ask also that you be with my sister and brother-in-law, and all of the people involved in their Christmas concert, that you heal them as well, Lord. And in your name I pray. Amen. Thing 2 has a strong suspicion it was you. Is it different if you're left-handed? The video, you mean? It looked to me like her stitch marker was literally right next to
start the round after a magic circle.
Cause see, hers is like right up there, whereas mine is all the way down here. So I don't know if I did something wrong with my single crochets. Because if it's supposed to be immediately to the right, that is not what happened. And I really don't understand why. Although, if I turned it like if I there we go. That might be what I needed to do. Is I just probably needed to turn it like that on my hook. Maybe. No, that... Oh, there we go. Now I can see my V's. I mean, we can give this a try. So we need a single crochet and an increase stitch times 2 for 6 stitches. Let's see how this goes. Because now at least it's right next to it like it should be. I'm not 100% sure what happened. This looks like it would... There we go. Well, no, this doesn't feel right. Like, I get the feeling this is completely wrong. I get the feeling that I am supposed to be in this top stitch here versus this one all the way down here. Because I'm supposed to work from outside in, yeah? So like it would be single crochet into this top stitch. And then the increased stitch. Well, we'll give it a try, see what happens. So there, no, now it, well, actually, you know what? That actually might be correct because it is starting a new row. Exactly, worst case scenario, we frog it. And we'll move our... We're going to make this nice and big so that I can more easily get the stitch marker into that hole. There we go. Get my hook back in. Next is an increase stitch. So single crochet number 1 into that hole. Single crochet number 2 into that hole. And then single crochet And then increase stitch. There we go. So we got 1, 2. Yep. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Perfect. All right. So now 2 single crochets. And then an increase stitch. No, 2 increased stitches. 2 single crochet. So we got single crochet. We move our stitch marker. We make that hole nice and big. So we can mark it. Oh, nope, I'm about to do a double. There we go. I always catch myself doing that. Single. Crochet. And then we do 2 increase stitches. Wanting to make sure I've got only the loops that I need. There we go. Increase. Gonna get myself just a smidge more yarn. Yup, the knee-jerk yarn over. Yup, exactly. I'm like, yeah, we're just gonna yarn over. Oh, wait. I'm not double crocheting. I'm single crocheting. And then... two single crochets. It's a yarn over and then you pull through. Oh, that's why you love the half double. It's a yarn over and then you pull through all 3. Oh, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Hold on, now I've lost count of where I am. I'm gonna frog and go back to where my first increase stitch is. Because there's 2 there. And I also can't see my V's as easily. But generally the half double's too loose for amigurumi. Oh, that's something I didn't even think about. So increase. There's part 1 of our increase stitch. I also was looking up how to do a front post double because that's what's going to be needed for the project for my sister's project, I'm working on for my sister. There we go. My sister's project I'm working on for my sister. No, The project I am working on for my sister requires that. And I was like, ooh, you're right. It is easy. I was looking at it and I'm like, that is a lot easier than I thought it would be, because it's literally just doing it into the double crochet into the post instead of into the V. And I'm like, that is easy. That is super easy, and I love the effect that it has. Alright, so that was one increased stitch. This is our second increased stitch. Yeah, that's what I meant. You go around the post. And then we have our 2 single crochets. Ooh! If you alternate going in front of the post and behind the post every other stitch, it makes a pretty ribbing. That's cool. We've got an ad break starting in a minute. I will use that time to grab a drink of water and get some steps in so you guys don't miss a thing. And I encourage you guys, if you need to go to the bathroom or anything like that, definitely, please use the time to do that. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like we are good there. Except I may have skipped a stitch. I don't know. So we'll start round 3 after the ad break. I be Fat Beard! Soon as the ad break is done, I will definitely do sing mode for a bit. Thank you so much for the lurk, Shorty. Yeah, that makes sense. Getting back to it. You usually do that for your hats as a brim? Yes! I love it! Yep, no FOMO ad breaks. You would, but you're nap trapped. Aw, yes. Yas. Nap trapped is best trapped. Nap trap is definitely one of the best traps. So far, we have this for our tail. And it is looking pretty good, I think. Oh, I think I see what I am doing wrong. So I will redo a couple of those stitches. So that way... I am right where I need to be. So we're going to go into BRB real quick while we're on ads. All right, we should be back from that. We are now in sing mode because Fatbeard redeemed sing mode. How's it going, Fatbeard? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're also doing well, West. We are fixing a couple of stitches in our last round because I was not looking at the right part of the project. In fact, I might end up redoing a round because I'm noticing some bunching. But I might be able to fix that. You're okay. You woke up sick considering canceling stream today. But otherwise you're doing okay. We're taking a quick brief break from sing mode. Lord, I ask that you be with IB Fatbeard and his family. I ask that you heal Fatbeard and let him feel better quickly and prevent Faithful and Kitty from getting sick as well. In your name I pray. Amen. Let's see here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and frog all of this because I think I messed up a little tiny bit. And that's why I'm getting a bit of bunching. You're welcome for the prayers. That ought to be a good spot to try and pick up. One, two, three, 4, 5. And 6. Oh. I almost did a double crochet. I need to break that habit. All right, we've got a new round. Two single crochets. At least it looks like it's a new round. And we make our thing our knot bigger. There we go. There we go. Into the stitch we just made. You will do it perpetually from now on. You do it all the time. You get in a rhythm with one project, and then a different project calls for another stitch and throws you off. That totally adds up. Oh no, now have I lost where I did my... Oh no, this is looking like a big ball of... Oh yay, that sounds like fun. We've got our 5 minutes in of sing mode. And now I don't know where I... Oh no. Oh, wait. I think I see my V's now, but I'm not 100% sure. I think I'm... Yeah, okay. There we go. Good morning, corn chip. There we go. Now I'm seeing what I need to see. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, so that's our round 2. Okay, so now it goes in this hole here. Perfect. And then another single crochet. Oh, there we go. Weaver Wolf, how you doing? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Then we need our increase stitch. Into that same hole, because that's what an increase stitch is 2 single crochets into the same hole. And then our second increase stitch. Doing well. Excited because I have everybody here, and then I'm also excited to be going to D&D this afternoon. And 2. Oh. Single crochets. Oh, come on, go in there. Come on. There we go. Hey, how's Artsy doing? D&D is going pretty well. I'm actually starting back up with the group that had taken a break for like months. And so now we're doing really, really well. Oh, that is a very, very tight stitch. Way tighter than it should be. There we go. And that... see where I may have gone wrong yet again. I keep not tilting my project right to where I'm seeing the V's. Oh, that's true. That is true. But this one was so tight, I didn't see how I was even going to be able to get my hook in there. I'm like, we're going to do that one again. There we go. This one, that's looking better. That's looking better already. Now we're cooking. There we go. Alright, so now we double check our count. We should have 8 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa, I went way wrong. I have way too many stitches, so we're going to redo that round. So, 1, 2, and then 3, 4. Alright, so we'll go back to where we have 2 because we need 2 single crochets. And now we need an increase stitch. Round 2, fight! And then second increase stitch. There we go. And then 2 single crochets. Working in the round has been a bit of a challenge to get used to, but at the same time, I am liking it. 1, 2, 3, 4, Now this is weird. I've got 1 stitch left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, you know what? We're going to go all the way back to... One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that should be our first stitch there. Right? Definitely back when Who was good, right? Oh man, I'm like, we're talking like the David Tennant, Catherine Tate era. and prior, and prior. So there's 2. That should be... I totally thought my phone was ringing too, and I'm like, but my phone's on vibrate. Oh, fourth Doctor. Fourth Doctor. Tom Baker. And fun fact, the scarf came because the lady that was doing costuming made started off making the scarf really big and didn't realize it until it was too late and was like, we're going with it. And so that's how his scarf got so big. One, two, three, four, 5. 6. Huh. Well, here's what we'll do then. Here's what we're gonna do then. Good morning, Melanie. How you doing? How you doing? Right? I love how they just went with it. Aw, and Tom Baker was your mom's favorite? That is so cool. There we go. We'll just do that. And then round 4, 3 single crochets, 2 increase 3 single crochets. So 1, oh. There we go. Let's see here. Oh, I'm doing well. I am doing so well. Excited for what the day has in store. And he played an elf in the first D&D movie? That's amazing. Two, 3, and then 2 increased stitches. Here we go. Oh, let me make sure I got that correct. Yep, I think I did. Ooh, the elf head. That's pretty cool. And then another increased stitch. So we're on the second half of that same stitch. Okay, why? There we go. Now I can see. The hole I'm working with. Perfect. Oh, it's cold there this morning? How cold is it? And then 3 single crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. All right, so now we should have 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We did it! Next row. Or round. So we are on round 5. 4 single crochets, 2 increase. And then 4. So 4, 2, 4. So there's 1. Get myself some more yarn. Two. Three. Four. Two increase stitches. Oh, the instinctual yarn over. Oh. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 increased stitches. 1 part of the increased stitch. Hey, how's it going, Dave? How's work treating you? There's 1 increased stitch. Two increased stitch, and then 4 single crochets. Doing all right? Couple easy nights this past week, picking up some extra hours tonight. Nice! I'm doing well. I've got D&D this afternoon, so we're ending in about roughly half an hour. And then gonna grab a bite to eat, head over for some D&D, and it's gonna be awesome. So we're working on the tail of our dino. And it's going pretty well. I've been on early. I think I was on about the same time, but I'm not 100% sure. Alright, so now starting from here, we should have 10 stitches. Or 12, actually. 12, because we're on round 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We did it! We did it! He said to me, why is Donna on at like 7 her time? Oh my goodness. I thought I was on at like 7:55. Maybe I was early. Finally, after 114 hours, you finally beat the side quest and main story of Dragon Age the Veilguard. Only a few more hours and you'll have all the achievements. Way to go, Mountain! That is awesome, my dude. So we got round 6. 5 single crochets, 2 increase, and then 5. So 5, 2, and 5. Oh boy. The ending choices. Oh boy. I haven't played the game, but it sounds like it's an intense one. So there's our first. So let's go ahead and move this stitch marker into that hole. So 1. And then fish. So what are you up to today, Dave? What are your plans? And Mountain? What's everybody's plan today? Three. Four. 5. And then we do our 2 increased stitches. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for the heads up. Gonna be laying down soon, but you're tending to your island. Nice. Love that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 5 plus 4, 9. So that should be the second half of my increase stitch there. Oh, that's true. You're crocheting and watching the kiddos. I cannot wait to see your link hat. That is going to be so cute. And 1, 2. Okay, so that's this. Okay. I thought so. And then our single crochets. Two, 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. Oh, it's for the theater, for a theater kiddo. Oh, and then you need to make a leaf umbrella for your Korok. It's for a theater kiddo. He's turning 10. Aww. Probably do what you always do, game until you have to do something. Like it, like it. You might teach a class at the academy when the next crop of recruits comes in. Very cool. Ooh, Queen got you hooked on Animal Crossing? Nice. I have Animal Crossing, but I haven't played it in forever. So we're ready.
So you finished the last stitch of the last round of your piece, and now we need to
Wait.
make what's called an invisible fasten off. So
Wait,
right
how is
now,
that long
this
enough
piece
to be a
is gonna have a
tail?
visible open edge on our plushie, and
Oh, I guess it is
we don't
kind
like
of
how it
little.
looks like
Look at
there's
that.
this
It's a
gap,
cute
this
little
jump
tail.
between the first stitch of the round and the last stitch of the round. Doing the invisible fasten off is going to smooth that so it looks like one nice smooth circle, and we're going to do that by creating a fake horizontal V. To do the invisible fasten off, you're going to need the tapestry needle that came in the envelope labeled the wee woobly bits that came in your kit.
Okay, I've got it. You don't know if you'd be a good teacher. You're like a bad doctor. You don't have patience. I think if you realize that, but you can also, as long as you realize they're coming from having absolutely no experience, that might help.
So first thing you got to do is cut a yarn tail.
Oh, I need to go grab
how long
the...
to cut that yarn tail is that one, you want it to be at least 6 inches long. But if you're going to be attaching this piece to another piece, you need this yarn to be long enough that you can use it to sew this piece onto the other piece. So it's got to be at least...
I'll be right back. I gotta go grab some scissors. There we go. Scissors acquired. Just had to run next door to the office. Okay. So it's got to be at least 3 times the length of the edge.
3 times the length of the edge of whatever piece is going to be sewn on, just to be safe. So I'm going to cut it right around here. Then you can pull your hook away from the piece so that the loop that's on the hook gets really big until the yarn goes completely through that last stitch that you made.
Okay, so 3 times the length. That ought to be... I'd rather have too much than not enough. But I feel like maybe right about here. I'm going to switch over to just chatting for a second so you guys can see a bit easier. So here's the project. I'm thinking of cutting it right about here. Maybe a little more? Because I want to make sure that I have enough, but at the same time I don't want... I want to make sure I have enough, but I don't want to not have enough for the rest of the project. You know what I mean? So maybe right here? That looks like about 3 times. Sometimes you just gotta eyeball it, right? You're a man who wants the best for the department because only your best is good enough. Exactly. As long as you're doing your best, that's all anyone can ask of you. I was thinking the exact same thing, Kishu. Measure twice, cut once. Exactly. Exactly. I'm thinking that ought to be about 6 inches or 3 times the project. Or maybe more up here? Right? Grabs ruler. Yeah, maybe right about here, because I'm thinking that's roughly about 3 times the project. What do you think, Kishu? You're a little more of an expert than I am. Yeah, the eye test only works in certain situations. So we're trying to figure out how much to cut off to sew the hole shut. She says about the Woobles lady recommends about 3 times the length of the project. If I, yeah, a minimum of 6 inches, and that to me looks like about 6 inches. Little longer, so maybe like right about there. Yeah, that makes sense. There we go. That actually does look about right. All right, so let's cut right there. And then go back to our game screen. And then we pull it through completely we pull it completely through the last stitch. So let's go back just a little bit. Then
The piece so that the loop that's on the hook gets really big until the yarn goes completely through that last stitch that you made. And then you can put your hook aside. You don't need that anymore. Now that you have a yarn tail, you're going to thread that yarn tail through the tapestry needle that came in your kit.
So now we pull all the way through like that? No, wait, no, other way, because she was pulling out. There we go. I can grab it here. There we go. And remake that last stitch. There we go. There we go. And then pull all the way through. There we go. And so now we get our needle. Put it through. This has always been the hard part for me. There we go. That was actually a lot easier than I thought it would be.
So the yarn tail is coming out of this horizontal V, and we want to put our needle under the second V of this round. So not the one marked by the orange stitch marker, because that was the first V of this round, but the one next to it. So we want to put the needle under the second horizontal V from the bottom up. Before we pull that through, let's just take out the stitch marker so it gets out of your way. So pull it, and not too tight just yet. We're still going to do one more step.
Okay. So let's go ahead and rewatch
So
that
the
just
yarn
because I
tail
was
is coming
busy.
out of this
Ooh, you like to
horizontal V,
whittle? What's your favorite thing to
we
whittle?
want to put our needle under the second V of this round. So not the one marked by the orange stitch marker, because that was the first V of this round, but the one next to it. So we want to put the needle under the second horizontal V from the bottom
Makes
up.
sense.
Before we pull that through, let's just take out the stitch marker so it gets out of your way.
Okay.
So pull it, and not too tight just yet. We're still going to do one more step.
Okay. So we've pulled it, but without it being too tight.
Last thing we gotta do is stick the needle under the back loop of the V that the yarn tail originally came out of. Let's take a look at your piece. This is the yarn tail that is currently threaded through your needle, and it is coming out of this horizontal V. So we want to put our needle under just the back loop, which is the side of the V that is further away from you. And again, we want to put the needle under that from the bottom up. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And now you can see that this yarn tail is making a fake horizontal V. So pull it just tight enough so that this V is basically the same size as all the other V's around the rim of your piece. And that is the invisible fasten off. At this point, it should look like you've got 14 V's around the rim.
Okay. Yeah, there's the V. You've done some birds and a horse, but the one you're most proud of is a griffin. That's cool. So, next step.
To sew one 3D piece onto another 3D piece, you first need to position where you want to attach it. So we want to attach the tail so that it spans rounds 14 to 17 of this main piece. And not just that, we also want the more angled side of the tail to be facing up. So the tail is not a completely even cone. There should be one side that looks a lot more angled than the other side. That's the side, the angle side, that should be facing up. So now to find rounds 14 to 17, remember we start from the very top. This is the head, this was round 1, and we're just gonna count until we find rounds 14 to 17. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So what we want to do is position the tail on the back middle of the body so that the tail looks like it's going to cover up rounds 14, 15, 16, and 17 when you sew it on.
So that looks about right.
Now I'm going to demo with orange and blue yarn. So the orange piece is what's going to get attached to the blue piece, which is why I've threaded the yarn tail of the orange piece through a tapestry needle. And I'm holding the piece onto where I want it to get sewn onto, and the yarn tail of the piece that's getting attached lines up with some hole on the main piece. I'm going to put my needle into that hole on the main piece and pull the needle out 1 stitch away, or however many stitches away it needs to go, so that the needle will then be under the next V of the piece that's getting attached.
Oh,
So I'm going to do
this
it over
is going to
here
be
and pull tight.
a little more difficult, but let's see. Not too difficult, I hope. Okay. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna pull that back out because I realized I was putting it through the wrong portion. I was a little off center and I want it kind of centered. There we go. So, right about there looks to be pretty centered. Yeah. Let's watch this one again because
Now I'm going to demo with orange and blue yarn. So the orange piece is what's going to get attached to the blue piece, which is why I've threaded the yarn tail of the orange piece through a tapestry needle. And I'm holding the piece onto where I want it to get sewn onto, and the yarn tail of the piece that's getting attached lines up with some hole on the main piece. I'm going to put my needle into that hole on the main piece and pull the needle out 1 stitch away, or however many stitches away it needs to go, so that the needle will then be under the next V of the piece that's getting attached. So I'm going to do it over here and pull tight.
Oh. I see, I think. Okay. Needs to line up with. Okay. Yeah, I've never tried sewing on a piece, so I'm trying to figure out how best to do this. You cut your fingers a lot with your hobbies. It started when you were a kid and got bored at Grandpa's and you were tempted to try and make Steve Irwin. Aw, that would be kind of cool. I'm gonna watch just a little bit.
Now I'm going to demo with orange and blue stitch away, or however many stitches away it needs to go, so that the needle will then be under the next V of the piece that's getting attached. So I'm going to do it over here and pull tight.
Okay, so it needs to go under. Okay. So maybe something like that? Hey, how's it going, Vocal Duck? We are trying to sew on the tail that we've made. And I've never sewn before onto a piece. So I'm trying to figure out if I'm doing this right. I think I am because it looks like it's going through a V. It looks like it's going through a nice easy V to get through, or maybe that V might be a bit easier. We can give this a go, see how that looks. That actually looks pretty good. That actually looks pretty decent. Okay.
Next, I'm going to pull the needle up through the piece that's being attached from the bottom up under just the next V along the rim. And that V should basically be right on top of where the yarn tail is coming out of the main piece, and pull it tight.
Okay, one more time because I might be one stitch over.
Next, I'm going to pull the needle up through the piece that's being attached from the bottom up under just the next V along the rim. And that V should basically be right on top of where the yarn tail is coming out of the main piece, and pull it tight.
Oh, on top of where it's coming out. Okay, so yep, that looks about right. Hmm. Pulling it tight and it's not staying on. Looks like I may have done something wrong. Let's try this. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not looking like it's attaching at all. That is true. It gives him character and a happy little accident. I might have messed up somewhere. Because it is not looking like it's attaching at all. Even though I'm following. Even though I'm following what they're saying.
Then put the needle into the body in exactly the same spot that it just came out of. You can tell where that is because you'll see the yarn tail coming out of there. And then, yet again, keep on holding your attachment where it's supposed to get sewn onto, and then bring the needle out one stitch of the piece it's being attached to, but still following the curve of the attachment, and pull tight.
All right, one more time.
Then put the needle into the body in exactly the same spot that it just came out of. You can tell where that is because you'll see the yarn tail coming out of there. And then, yet again, keep on holding your attachment where it's supposed to get sewn onto, and then bring the needle out one stitch of the piece it's being attached to, but still following the curve of the attachment, and pull tight.
We're going to go ahead and snooze this ad break because we're getting close to the end of our time. That's true. I guess it would take some time for it to look like it's being attached. Oh, wait. Through the... There we go. Okay, now it's looking more attached. Although now my... You know what? We're just gonna try seeing what happens if we just keep going along the rim here, because that might do the trick. Do just a few. Then I gotta come around here. Maybe. Because this side needs some love. This side needs just a little love to be able to feel like it's being completely sewn. Because one side's looking pretty good. It's the other side. Oh, okay. We're going to circle, otherwise I'll run out of yarn. Hey, hey! Look at this! We've got ourselves just about a nice, nifty looking little tail. So we need just one more down here at the bottom to make sure it's nice and firmly attached. I think we're about to run out of yarn. So we're going to use this last little bit of yarn. And we are gonna firmly secure him. There we go. It's looking good.
Keep repeating this pattern of bringing the needle up, and at this point your yarn tail is probably pointing out of the piece. That's where you want to end at, because the next step is to put the needle in exactly the same hole it just came out of and pull it all the way through the entire piece so that the yarn tail gets stuck in the stuffing inside. Then pick up your scissors and cut that yarn tail as close as possible to the surface of the piece. And if you still see a little bit of that yarn tail, just squish your piece around until that yarn tail gets sucked up to the inside. Once you've sewn the tail on, the piece should look something like this.
There's that. There we go. It might not be the most secure thing, but we're getting. Come on, there we go. Get yourself in there. Oh, I think I may know what I did wrong. But anything, it is pretty secure. It's like 90 to 99% secure. There we go. He's got a little tail. And he is so cute. There we go, you guys. We did it. We sewed on a little tail. Although I think we may have sewn it on upside down. Oh well, he has his tail sticking up instead of out. It's fine. He can now use tail whip. Yep, I definitely sewed that on upside down. It's okay though. It adds character and he still looks cute. And if he leans up against something, he can still be pretty balanced. There we go. All right, you guys. Thank you guys so much we got a lot of stuff done today. We've managed to make ourselves a little crochet tail, and we sewed it on. We worked hard today, you guys, and it was amazing. I've got to get ready to go to D&D, so we're going to go ahead and end here. We are going to raid out to my amazing, amazing friend, Catherine Naomi. So if you guys are subbed, you guys can use this message. If you are not subbed, feel free to use this message. Let me get this raid party started. So Tuesday, we have a special guest coming. My friend Bree is going to be joining us, and we're going to be playing some more Balladins. And it is going to be so much fun. And then the next two... Well, actually, is that... Yes. The next 2 Saturdays, I will not be able to stream. So I will see you guys Tuesday the 10th and Tuesday the 17th. So we haven't fully completed Fred yet. We still need to make his adorable little arms and his spikes and then add a little yellow around the belly. But we are getting closer and closer and closer, and everything is going so well. So well! So let's get this raid party started. Please, please, please give Kat some love from me. Thank you, Vocal Duck. I hope and pray my rolls are above a 10 as well. Oh, that would be awesome. And if we leveled up today, oh my gosh. Love you too, Kishu. You are amazing. You all are amazing. And I hope that you remember God loves you, and so do I. Oh, you know it, Kishu. I'm telling him, Dice, Kishu said to behave. So you better behave, or Kishu's going to fly all the way out here and she's going to yell at you, and you really don't want that. So you guys have a fantastic week. I will see you Tuesday. And we'll have Bree here. We'll be playing some Balladins. It's going to be amazing. And you guys have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Bye, guys. Dice jail incoming. I love it.